If your heart feels heavy, Allah revealed this surah for you. With every hardship you face, Allah has already placed ease. Your pain was never ignored. It was shaping you. This surah explains why your struggle didn't break you. Allah expanded your chest before He changed your situation. There are moments when the heart feels so heavy, it forgets how to breathe with hope. Life presses down. The chest tightens, and the soul feels trapped inside the silence. Pain collects quietly, and the heart begins to wonder if relief will ever arrive. This was the weight the Prophet once carried, unseen, unspoken, but deeply felt. And into that weight, Allah revealed words that would change everything. Did we not expand your chest and make your heart wide enough to carry this burden? Not by removing the hardship, but by strengthening the heart to endure it. Because some pains are not lifted, they are transformed inside the soul. Allah does not always take the mountain away. He makes the heart rise higher. And when the heart expands, even the heaviest burdens become bearable. We removed from you the weight that once pressed your back and bent your soul. And in its place, Allah raised your name and your honor beyond the world. So with every hardship, Allah planted ease, already growing beside it. Not one ease, but ease after ease after ease. Because when Allah plans your healing, He does not do it halfway. Sometimes the heart feels too small for the weight it carries. Pressure builds silently, unseen by the world around you. But Allah does not ignore a heart under strain. He expands the chest, making room for strength. What once felt suffocating begins to feel bearable. Your burden is not removed, it is lightened. Your heart grows wider than the pain it holds. This expansion is a gift only Allah can give. Because pressure alone would break the soul, so Allah strengthens before He tests further. Every expansion prepares you for what comes next. You are not breaking, you are being shaped. This pain is not random or wasted, it is part of Allah's careful design. A heart widened by faith never collapses. Did we not lift from you the burden you were carrying, the weight that pressed your heart, a burden that once felt heavy on your back, exhausting your body and your soul, a weight that seemed impossible to escape, no matter how far you tried to move forward. Yet Allah removed what was crushing you, even when you felt there was no way out. He did not leave you alone beneath the weight of your struggles and silent pain. Every burden you carry has a limit, carefully measured by Allah Himself. And every limit arrives with relief, even if you cannot see it yet. Your struggle was never wasted, and it was never without meaning. It was shaping your strength, preparing you for what still lies ahead. Hardship does not come to destroy you or break what Allah created. It comes to prepare you for something greater than before. Allah raises your rank through patience, even when no one else notices. What was once hidden in pain becomes honored through time and trust. Pain is not the end of your story, and it never was. It is only a chapter, written carefully with wisdom and purpose. For with hardship comes ease, promised directly by your Lord. For with hardship comes ease, promised directly by your Lord. Relief walks beside struggle, even when the heart feels tired, even when you cannot recognize it in the moment. Trust the timing of your Lord, for He never forgets you. Ease is already moving toward you, even now. Allah never delays without wisdom, even when answers feel far away. What waits ahead is better than what is already past. Every tear you shed carried meaning, even the silent ones. Every hardship carried mercy that you could not see then. You were never forgotten, not for a single moment. You were always seen, even when you felt unseen. And Allah was always near, closer than you realized, closer than the pain, closer than the fear in your heart. Relief was written into your path long before you reached it. So when the weight finally lifts from your chest, do not freeze in relief. Because Allah did not give you ease so that you would stop moving forward. He gave you relief so you could rise again, stronger than before. What once broke you was never meant to be the end of your journey. It was meant to prepare your heart for something greater ahead. Relief is a gift, but it also carries a purpose. So when one struggle ends, begin striving again with intention. Do not let comfort turn into forgetfulness or distraction. Use the calm to rebuild what hardship once weakened inside you. Stand again with humility, not pride in your survival. Let your effort become worship, and your movement carry meaning. Because ease is not given without responsibility before Allah. Do not forget the nights when your heart felt heavy and alone. Remember who stayed with you when no one else could. It was Allah who expanded your chest when it felt too tight to breathe. And it was Allah who replaced pressure with calm, slowly and gently. Every tear you shed was seen, even the ones you hid. Nothing you endured was wasted or forgotten. Because hardship always leaves a trace of wisdom behind, and ease always arrives with healing you cannot yet measure. So direct your longing, your hope, and your effort toward Allah alone. Because reliance on anything else will eventually disappoint the heart. Allah alone controls relief, hardship, and everything in between. He does not delay without wisdom, and He does not give without mercy. Your path was never random, even when it felt confusing. Every step shaped you into who you are becoming now. Even the painful moments carried you closer to Allah. So do not turn away after relief arrives. Turn fully toward your Lord with trust and gratitude, because in Him alone is peace that does not fade. There were moments when your heart felt too small for the pain it carried. Moments when the pressure made it hard to breathe, let alone move forward. Yet Allah did not remove the pain first. He expanded your chest so your heart could hold what once felt unbearable. Strength did not come by escaping hardship, but by being carried through it. This is how Allah prepares those He loves. Surah Ash-Sharh teaches that relief begins inside the heart, not outside life. Before burdens are lifted from your path, they are lightened within your chest. Allah does not promise a life without difficulty, but a heart strong enough to endure. That strength comes from knowing hardship is never alone. Ease is always paired with struggle, inseparable and intentional. Not one hardship arrives without relief walking beside it. Sometimes the relief is patience, sometimes clarity, sometimes quiet strength. And sometimes relief is simply Allah staying close to you. So when life presses in on you again, remember what you survived before. Remember how Allah carried you through what you thought would break you. The same Lord who helped you then has not changed, and the same help is still with you now. Do not measure your strength by the absence of pain. Measure it by your ability to stand, even when the pain remains. Because Allah does not abandon the hearts that turn toward Him. Every sincere step toward Him is answered with closeness, even when the answer is not what you expected. Your heart was expanded so it could trust again, so it could hope again without fear of breaking, and so it could rely on Allah more deeply than before. This surah is not a promise of ease without effort. It is a promise that you are never alone in your effort. No burden is carried unseen, and no heart that turns to Allah is left unsupported. There were moments when you wondered if the waiting would ever end, and whether relief would truly arrive for your heart. Patience felt heavier than the burden itself, and the nights seemed longer than your strength. Yet Allah was shaping you silently, even in the moments when nothing seemed to change. What felt like delay was never abandonment, but careful preparation. Every pause in your journey was writing wisdom inside your heart, because ease was already woven into your path long before you could see it. Surah Ash-Sharh teaches that struggle and relief always walk together, never alone. Hardship is not a sign of loss, but a stage of growth. Allah expands the heart before He changes the situation, so the believer learns strength before comfort ever arrives. This is why relief feels different when it finally comes. It arrives with wisdom, not emptiness, and it leaves behind a heart more anchored in Allah. This is the hidden mercy within every trial. So when you stand in ease again, remember where your strength truly came from. Remember the nights when only Allah heard your prayers. Those prayers were never ignored or forgotten. They were answered in ways that protected your heart and guided you gently toward this moment. So do not turn away after relief arrives. Turn closer with gratitude instead of forgetfulness. Let your heart remain connected to the one who carried you, because comfort fades but Allah remains, and reliance on Him never disappoints. Your chest was expanded so it could trust deeply, so it could hold faith even when life feels uncertain. This is the gift Allah leaves behind after hardship, a heart that knows where peace truly comes from. So place your hope where it will never be lost, with Allah alone, the one who never abandons.